Hey, fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Philadelphia Eagles Now. We're going to jump into the latest Eagles news and rumors here on a Thursday, including some very important injury updates that you need to know in order to go ahead and be ready for the Falcons game coming up on Sunday. First, though, mailbag video coming up this weekend, probably Saturday, day before the actual game. So go down below, use the hashtag Eagles, and ask any question you want, maybe Falcon-related in terms of getting us ready for the Falcons game, or, of course, just Eagle-related in general. Give me your thoughts down below. Ask the Eagles questions using the hashtag Eagles for our mailbag video. Of course, today's video is brought to you guys by our friends at BetQL, the number one app to go ahead and compare the best betting odds to get you ready to go for this week in the NFL. Go to chatsports.com/EaglesQL / and then, of course, chat Eagles for 25% off any of their subscription services. Let's jump into the most recent injury news of the day, and that is a hint. Again, not official, but a hint that Rodney McLeod will not play on Sunday. Now, of course, you're saying, Thomas, Rodney McLeod, isn't he, injured? Isn't he come off an ACL injury? The answer is yes, but he practiced in a full participant, on Monday, and then now has been bumped over to being limited. So he did practice on Monday in pads, but it's sounding like he's not going to be able to go ahead and play on Sunday due to a little hint that Darius Slay kind of leaked to the media when asked about this exact question, which we'll show you here in just 1 second. This is a big blow, though, for Philadelphia's secondaries. McLeod was just named one of the 6 captains of the Eagles and one of the main defensive captains for the 2021 season. Here was Jeff McLean's tweet, of course, Philadelphia Inquirer, on the whole leak that McLeod might not play on Sunday. Quote, Darius Slay and Rodney McLeod, I wish he was out here for week 1. Sounds like Slay spilled beans on the Eagles safety's availability for Sunday versus the Falcons, end quote. So, if Rodney McLeod is unable to play, which it looks like he will not be able to, and again, coming off an ACL injury, so you don't want to rush it, so I understand it, that means it'll either be Kayvon Wallace or Marcus Epps who are going to go ahead and step into that role. Most likely, I would say, is going to go ahead and be Kayvon Wallace, which means, very simply, Kayvon Wallace has to step up. This is his chance. He is the heir apparent to the Rodney McLeod seat, at the strong safety position, and the fact that Anthony Harris is back there is definitely going to help out from just a veteran standpoint, because I'm a big fan of Harris. I love the signing this offseason, but McLeod's got to step up. Atlanta's one way to beat Philadelphia is by exposing the Eagles secondary in the passing attack, because they have some pretty darn good players in not only Calvin Ridley, who's nominated to be a Falcon captain, but also Russell Gage, who had 70-plus catches last year. The guy was a catch machine, and now Kyle Pitts, who McLeod might be forced to cover from a strong safety position in the Sunday matchup. So Wallace has got to step up. He's got to play well, but this does not mean that McLeod is not going to be available, for the long term. I think he's going to be good to go probably week 2 or week 3. They did not put Rodney McLeod on any sort of IR, and so he's not going to be out the first 6 weeks of the PUP list or whatever it is. So Wallace most likely will start. Again, has not officially been made official, but read between the lines here, it sounds like they're going to have no Rodney McLeod out there on Sunday. But pinned comment down below. Answer this question. There's also an ad break, so scroll down below and answer this. Name a player who needs to step up versus Atlanta. Is it Kayvon Wallace? I think so. Is it somebody else? Go down to the pinned comment and name a player who needs to step up in the comments section. Now, I want to quickly give you guys the full injury report. All these players were limited as of yesterday. Brandon Brooks was limited in practice with a knee injury. He should go. Everything I hear is that he's going to go ahead and play on Sunday, and he'll be needed against Goedert and then interior Falcon pass rush. The exterior is not that great, but the interior is pretty good. Landon Dickerson, of course, not going to really play on Sunday. Not going to need him, but he will be suited up, even though he was limited with his knee injury. As we mentioned, Rodney was, of course, limited, but unlikely to play. And Davion Taylor has a calf injury, although he is expected to be good to go and be able to play on Sunday as well. And, of course, as we mentioned, we obviously have the game coming up on Sunday, taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The current odds right now, the Falcons are 3-point favorites, which I've talked about all week being very strange. I don't know why they're giving the Falcons 3 points here. I guess because they're at home and because they're unsure what Nick Sirianni's offense is going to look like. This, to me, seems like a very simple, easy win, and I am all over betting on Philadelphia in this one as well, because I do think the Eagles are going to dominate. I don't know how you look at the Falcons' front line, both offensively and defensively, compared against the Eagles' front four, and obviously their offensive line as well, and say the Falcons are going to beat Philadelphia. It would take Hurts being really bad on Sunday, in my opinion, for the Eagles to lose this football game. Now, of course, this leads us right into our sponsor for today's video. As I mentioned, that, of course, is BetQL, the best place to take advantage and be able to beat your sportsbook this year. All you gotta do, download the BetQL app and then go to chatsports.com/EaglesQL/ to get started now. Enter the discount code ChatEagles at payment for up to 25% off any of their subscription offerings. I was using this yesterday to get some of my bets ready to go, and they gave you kind of their bets of the week, their 5-star bets, and then reasoning why you should bet this line, a reason why you should bet this spread, or a reason why you should bet this over-under, whatever it is. They are the one-stop shop to get you the best advantage that you need to win a lot of money and do better than your sportsbook this year. My bets of the week, very simple. I've talked about this, right? Eagles plus three now versus the Falcons, with 3.5 has come down to 3. I think the Eagles win this one outright, so betting the Eagles plus 3 is an absolute no-brainer. I think the Jets can be competitive against Carolina. I don't see the Panthers winning by more than 3 points in this one, so the Jets plus 5.5 to me is a lock for a bet. And the Browns right now, why are the Browns being so disrespected? Are the bettors that high in Kansas City? I guess they are. Give me the Browns to cover plus 6 versus Kansas City. They might win outright as well, even though most people will say it's the Chiefs, Tom, it's the Chiefs, but Cleveland has a great pass rush and they're a great football team in general, so I'll take the Browns to cover plus 6. Okay, I want to move over to a story we talked about earlier on in the week that has grown a little bit here. So earlier on in the week, we talked about on the channel, we saw essentially there were some trade rumors that the Eagles had shopped Dallas Goedert in the past. They tried to trade him to the Jets, tried to trade him to Minnesota, at least made phone calls, and both teams decided not to, and so, of course, Goedert stays in Philadelphia. Now, this also comes on the stem of us hearing that contract talks are now stalling between Dallas Goedert and the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember, a couple months ago, we talked about on the channel how they were starting to ramp up, and a deal was imminent. Well, things changed, and according to Dallas Goedert himself, he thought a deal would be done this week, and as we talk about as of right now, a deal has not been done. So here was Dallas Goedert earlier this week, I believe yesterday, when asked about the contract situation. We'll throw this quote up on the screen. Quote, "My representation, we talked about it earlier. We thought we'd had a deal done by this time of the year, but the team decided to go a different way. We haven't got that done yet. I'm not too worried about it. I believe in what I can do. I believe in going out and being able to perform, and whatever happens, happens. Not too worried about my contract right now. Just want to focus on winning games, winning the division, and ultimately winning the Super Bowl," end quote. Now, a nice ending to what was a little disparaging comment there by Dallas Goedert, saying that, hey, we thought something would get done. The Eagles have stopped talking to us, essentially. They have cut off contract negotiations. Therefore, I'm not doing anything right now in terms of re-signing with the football team. I'm going to do what I have to do this year, and then hopefully get a new deal next season. I really think that the Eagles are making a mistake here. Like, what are the Eagles waiting for? Because think about this. Unless the Eagles are convinced that Dallas Goedert's going to be bad this year, signing him now could save you a lot of money instead of signing him next offseason, because next offseason he's going to be a free agent. Other teams can offer him new and bigger deals. And if Goedert balls out, like I expect him to, you're going to pay him even more. Right now, I think you get Goedert for probably $12 to $13 million a year, which is a lot if he's going to be bad, but it's very cheap if he's going to be good. Yes, it's a gamble, but I think Philadelphia 100% needs to go ahead and get this deal done, because they drafted Goedert in the second round a couple of years back to be the future. And even though Zach Ertz came back for this final year, it will be a final year for Zach Ertz. So get the deal done, Philadelphia, because unless they're convinced Goedert's going to stink this year, which I haven't heard anything about him being bad at training camp. I think he's going to be just fine. I think he's going to be the best pass catcher on this team in terms of total catches. Unless they think he's not going to be good, then I don't know what they're waiting for. To me, very strange. But that came out yesterday, and that is some big news to go ahead and hit on. Who is the better tight end this year, though? Is it Zach Ertz or is it Dallas Goedert? Type E down below for Ertz or type G down below for Goedert. Again, quick shout out to our friends at BetQL, and right now you can get a year of a free year of BetQL by signing up for their BetMGM offer that they have going on right now at chatsports.com/EaglesMGM/. All you do is sign up and create an account on BetMGM, deposit $10 into your betting account, bet the $10, and you receive a free year of BetQL within 24 hours of your wager settling. Link and all the stuff you need to do to figure that out is down below in the description box. But the link is simple, chatsports.com/EaglesMGM/. Okay, we wrap the show up by, of course, mentioning the big matchup on Sunday. I'll talk to you guys one more time before that matchup on Saturday when our mailbag video comes out. But here's the deal. As I keep mentioning, I'm very confident in this one. And I live in Atlanta. I'll be at the game. I'll be in Section 141 in my Eagles gear. So if you guys are going to be in Section 141, you can come say hi. I'm going to have a lot of fun at the game. My 5 big things to watch in this one, I think, are very simple, but they need to be said. Eagles offensive line. It should dominate. If it doesn't dominate, that's a big concern. They should dominate. They should be able to run the football, and Jalen Hurts should have a ton of time. I think the Eagles O-line dominates on Sunday. The Eagle D-line. It should also very much dominate. If the Eagles D-line does not dominate on Sunday, I will come on here on Monday and rip the Eagles to shreds. Because if they do not dominate from a defensive line perspective against the horrific, and I mean bad, Falcons offensive line, it's going to be very sad and very telling of how the rest of the year is possibly going to go. But I think both of those O-line, D-line are going to dominate. Kyle Pitts does concern me. I do wonder how the Eagles are going to match up against him. Alex Singleton, how good is he in coverage? Eric Wilson out there as well. Are they going to move Kayvon Wallace into the nickel kind of, at the line to play bump and run against Kyle Pitts? Pitts is a freak. He's really good. And everyone who's seen him in person here in Atlanta said he's an absolute monster. I think he's the game record to keep an eye on in this game. As I said, Kayvon Wallace, the Eagles secondary got a lot better this offseason. I'm excited to see what Steven Nelson, Anthony Harris does. But if McLeod doesn't play, keep an eye on how well Kayvon Wallace is going to go ahead and be. And finally, Nick Sirianni's play calling. We didn't see a lot of it in the preseason. He did call plays, but it's very vanilla. He apparently has a very interesting game plan with Jalen Hurts. They're on the same page. That was discussed yesterday that him and Jalen Hurts are very much on the same page. I'm very curious to see what this new look Eagles offense, because Peterson at times, Doug Peterson that is, had some really good play calling, and there were very long stretches where he was in a rut and struggled mightily, especially last year. I'm excited to see if Sirianni is going to be as good as advertised as we predicting him to be, the next great young offensive mind in the NFL. He can start by showing that on Sunday against a, let's be honest, not that great Falcons defense. All right, we'll wrap up with a score prediction. Give me your score prediction for Eagles-Falcons. I'm going to take Philadelphia 27-20. It's going to be my final score prediction. It could be 27-17. Either way, I want to see what you guys think, though, down below right now in the comment section. All time for today here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We'll break down the game on Monday, but there's a mailbag video coming up on Saturday. So use the hashtag Eagles, go down below, and ask your question, as, of course, you know the drill. Again, all time for today on Philadelphia Eagles Now. I'm, of course, your host, Thomas Mott. Signing off. Go Birds. We'll see you guys in the next video.